For this next fight with Nate Diaz, this is a little unusual. You have had to put on weight to get into his weight class. Is that right? There was a decision whether he would come down to your weight class or you would go to his. There are some fighters that would say, I'm not going to do that. I'm not comfortable going up to, what do you have to get up to, 170 pounds?
Yeah, it's 170. I'm the 145-pound champion, but this is at 170 pounds. But, you know, they all claim they want to fight me or they want this fight, but when my previous opponent pulled out, then everyone went silent. So Diaz was the only one that engaged in the conversation. But even then, he was still looking for his ways. He wasn't happy with the money, so we resolved the money issue. Then he said he couldn't make the weight. He could only make 160 pounds. We agreed to that. Then he came back again and said, I can only make 165 pounds. So then I said, relax, get comfortable, put your feet up. You can weigh in 170 pounds on the scales. The weight means no difference to me. I'm still going to slap the head off him, so I just need a man to show up. Weight, in true warfare, weight is a non-issue. So
what's the weight difference going to be between you two?
His body type is kind of weird. He's like a fat, skinny guy, you know? Like he's skinny, but he's fat at the same time, so. But he's tall, he's got range, but I feel good at this weight. Like this morning, I had 2 breakfasts. You know, so I was running late for the last press conference earlier, or for the press conferences earlier today, and it was because I had that second breakfast. So I'm not complaining about the weight.
Okay. His manager just called now. He wants to have a big stick in the ring. I mean, how many things could he pile on and you'd still say okay?
Yeah, I
want a knife.
Get out of it. Connor's in serious trouble. 1 minute on the clock. Diaz gets the mouth. My goodness! Now he's got the back. Now. That's it. He's got the choke. Nate Diaz. He has done it.
Defending your title.
Yes.
Against George St. Pierre next month. Now, he postponed the fight for a bit.
He did.
And you speculated publicly that there might be reasons why he postponed the fight.
Okay, so I alluded possibly that he was trying to get the steroids out of his system. But honestly, I don't think it's that.
He said he had an eye injury and he needed to heal. And you said, I think he's juicing and he has to wait to get the steroids out of his system.
So I don't want to publicly say that.
You just did.
Okay, I take that back. So he's coming up a weight class from welterweight to middleweight to fight me. So I was saying that he's doing lots of weights to get bigger. Realistically, I think he's trying to grow the size of his balls.
Right,
trying to get bigger of these.
Right here, right into that.
Right there. George, man up. Come on, buddy. Let's go.
Then he could be gassing a little. He's on the back.
Give up the back.
It's over. It's over, Joe. It's over, Joe. It's over, Joe. It's over.
George St. Pierre has done it. He is the new UFC middleweight champion.
You beat Amanda Nunes in July. UFC has hinted that you might go up against Ronda Rousey. You've lost to her twice. How would you feel about that fight?
Well, right now, I'm trying to really stay focused on Amanda, and I know everyone's so excited for that Rousey fight. I hope that's something that happens, but I don't want to overlook Amanda, because if I don't beat Amanda, there's no next. Granted, I go out there and do that. You know, I feel like I'm in a really good spot. I'm at the top of the world, and I feel crazy possessive over that thing.
Right.
That's my baby. I'm going to protect it.
Right. So having that now, you feel like it would affect your next fight with Ronda Rousey, no matter what's like the past is the past kind of thing?
Trying to finish Misha. She's got the choke. It is all over. Amanda Nunes.
We've had many MMA fighters visit here before a big bout. You almost canceled on us.
Yes, I did.
Why?
You've got a bit of a bad reputation in the MMA community.
I do.
Yes.
Explain.
Okay, so as I date back to watching people that have sat in this particular chair.
Many MMA fighters have sat in that chair just before a big bout.
Ronda Rousey came, and she got thrashed by Amanda Nunes, Misha Tate also. Then you even doubled up on Nate Diaz and Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
So Conor came before the first fight, and he was supposed to beat Nate, and then he lost.
Right. Just after being on my show.
Just after being on your show.
Yes.
And then Nate came in the second fight when he's supposed to beat Conor, and then he lost.
Yes.
So up until yesterday, I wasn't coming.
Yeah. This is a death seat, what you're sitting in right now.
It's very dangerous, and it feels hot.
Yeah.
It feels really hot.
Listen, you're here to break the curse. That's what you're going to do.
I like challenges.
You're going to break the curse. You are a light heavyweight. Light heavyweight. You're moving up to heavyweight. Your opponent, this guy's bigger than you. He's a lot bigger than you. Mm-hmm. He's taller. He's got a much longer reach.
Yes.
Are you worried about that?
I'm not worried about the height and the size. I fought big guys before, and I like challenges.
Yeah.
You know, like a lot of people, my whole life I've chased the biggest challenges, and this is a big challenge. Stipe Miocic, dangerous guy. I prefer to say his name the way you did.
Yeah.
So could you say it again?
I can't remember how I said it again.
I know. I wish I could say it like that.
I have a contact tie from the last interview, so I'm drunk on white wine fumes right now.
She seemed to be having a real good time.
She was having a really good time, and I do love her to death.
Yeah,
I do.
She's great.
Yeah,
she's great.
But like, for example, I have a very long reach, and I'm very tall, but I am no threat to you at all. I'm like just a scarecrow in the wind as far as you're concerned.
It's like a bendy straw.
Yeah.
Conan, I don't know if I've ever felt more safe.
You're right. You're right, sir.
Oh, look at that 1-2 by DC. And then he clinches. Exactly what you gotta do.
It's not to shake your hand because your hand's broken.
Yeah, the right hand's broken.
Right.
But I use it as a sledgehammer, so I'm okay with it.
Yeah, yeah. My God. I mean, first of all, I just have to ask you, I know this sounds like I'm obsessed with myself. Big surprise. How soon after you won this match did you think about the Conan curse?
Immediately.
Did you really?
Immediately. When I got to the back, the UFC PR came over and they said, "Great job, things are gonna get crazy." I said, "Nothing's crazier than the fact that I just won this fight, even though I went to Conan."
Had other people had warned you, don't do Conan's show, isn't that right?
Yeah, they said don't do it.
Yeah.
I mean, the fans were, the betting line, I was like a minus 160 underdog.
Right.
The day after I left here, I was up at 240.
Yeah.
Plus 240. It was crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
Like everybody bet their money on Stipe.
Right, right. We've broken it now. We thank
Yes, we
you.
have.
We thank you for that.